T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. I'm your boy, MJ. What is good, everybody? I hope everyone out there is having a great Monday. If this is your first time tapping in, what is good? Do your boy a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're on top of every single podcast I drop here on the Trap Talk with MJ podcast YouTube channel. Especially if you're into reptiles, if you're just getting into this game, you want to learn more about these animals, you want to know what direction maybe you might want to go into when working with these reptiles, this is the perfect place to be, man. I bring all sorts of different types of breeders, the new ones, the novice ones, and then the experts, the ones who've been here forever. Either way, they all come to this channel, so you don't want to sleep on it. Highly suggest you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I want to say shout out to all my recurring subscribers, the ones that are coming back and continue to give me support. Honestly, I just want to say thank you for spending, your life with me, man. I mean, that's what you're doing. So I got to say thank you for being a part of my life. This is awesome. I'm very passionate about what I do. Sometimes I come off pretty hardcore, but that's just because I love what I do. At the end of the day, that's just what it comes down to. So tonight's episode, normally new breeder on the block series, but I am fresh back from Animal Con 2022. What a time. Okay. We're going to talk a lot about Animal Con. Probably bring up some other topics, maybe talk about what's going to be going on this week for Trap Talk with MJ. But I got to say, before we get into those things, this episode is brought to you by the Reptile Super Show, #1 reptile show on the West Coast. Shout out to Rami, one of the leader of the industries, leading over to Bob Ashley and Brian Potter, North American Reptile Breeders Conference and Trade Show. Also, the other half of helping Brian Barczyk throw Animal Con. So if you guys didn't know that out there, Brian Potter, Bob Ashley, the guys who throw the Super Bowl reptile shows every year, is partnering up with Brian Barczyk to throw this event, Animal Con. And I saw Bob Ashley, I saw Brian Potter this weekend. What a great time. Awesome time. One thing I love about Bob Ashley, I'm going to say, I want to get this out of the way. I had a great time with my niece. Well, not really my niece, but it's my best friend's daughter. Look at her like my niece. Shout out to Snake Master Exotics. But man, after party in the pool was amazing. Okay. I did feel a little weird because I was going down this slide. I'm 37 years old. And I'm like, but she wanted me to go. So that was my excuse to go down the slide. So like the fourth time going down the slide, I was like, dude, this is like, man, MJ, you're being a kid right now. And I didn't care. But you know what happened when I looked up and saw who was ahead of me about to go down the slide? Bob Ashley. So Bob, thank you so much for going down the slides and making me feel better because I had a great time. And yeah, we're going to get into things, man. Shout out to the early birds in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get to the early birds. Who's here right now? Because I'm very excited. I want to know who the fuck's in the building. The Axolot. What the hell? How do you even say that? I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here. Big Mike, 1776 Exotics, the sponsor of last Trap Talk with MJ Thursday night remote podcast in person, Fort Lauderdale with the homie Joey, the Chondro Kid, secret guest Socrates, brought to you by the homie Mike, 1776 Exotics. Guess what else he brought to my Airbnb? 30 lobster tails. 30. I ate 8.5, I think. I don't know. How many did I eat, Mike? I ate a lot. And then he brought 5 pounds of snow crab or stone crab, excuse me. What a guy. That's my boy. Big Mike in the building. Go give him a follow right now on Instagram. Mike, thank you so much for just taking care of us, man. I can't wait. Yeah, we're hanging out as soon as I get back to Fort Lauderdale. Best believe it. Thank you so much. Brandon Hernandez, what is good? I like that hairstyle. That's tight. Blake Royal, Bama Reptiles. What is good, player? Thanks for being here. By the way, Trap Talk Patreon member. Hello. Wait a minute. Time out. Let me just slow down real quick, okay? I got to say, first and foremost, shout out to all my Patreon members, okay? If you are looking to get more out of what you see here every week as far as on this channel, if you want unreleased exclusive content, best thing you should do, go down to the link below, become a Trap Talk Patreon members, because we're going to do a little decompressing after this episode. After this episode, I tap in with all the Patreon members, and we're going to do a Trap Talk Zoom session. So if you want to be a part of that, go down to the link below, join the Trap Talk Patreon family. And Blake, thank you for being a part of the Trap Talk Patreon family all day, every day. HB Reptiles, Herbert in the building, Patreon member all day, every day. Jacob Letterbetter Fetter, Sybil Serpent, that's my boy right here. He's about to fucking smack so many fools in the face with his ball python projects. It's not even funny. Shout out to my boy. Trap Talk Management, Trap Talk Patreon member all day. Aurelia, what is good? Aren't you guys pretty early? That's what she said. Serpent Eclipse Reptiles, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. The homie Josh Silver Cash. Dude, good meeting you, bro. Silver Cash, man. Listen, if you ever want me to get on your good side, when you meet me, hand me some dabs and some joints like this guy did. I'm really going to be on your side. I can tell you that much. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Josh, so much. A pleasure meeting you. Go give him a follow. This guy's really on a mission. Seriously, the passion is unreal with this guy. Give him a follow right now. Silver Cash 86. Appreciate you, guy. Wise Guys, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Eric's More Factory, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Jake Hull in the building off his first clutch. Feeling good. Thank you so much for tapping in, Jake. Let's see. Sound Serpents, homie Sean Perry. By the way, Jake, Trap Talk Patreon member all the way. My bad. Silvercast, Trap Talk Patreon member all the way. Guys, this is my first podcast home in over a week. I'm a little rusty, so don't mind me. Sean Perry in the building. Thanks for tapping in, Trap Talk Patreon member. Look who it is. Morelia House, the man, Brandon Wheeler. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, that's all I got to say. What's up, Brandon? Clutch, what is up, Clutch? Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. Oh, look who was at Animal Con. I had the pleasure of meeting him. It was in the bathroom. A little weird. I'm just kidding. It was weird. But listen, Bionic Benny. This guy right here is sick as shit. Please go give him a follow on Instagram. Pleasure meeting you, my man. I know we're going to be talking here in the near future. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram so we can set that up. And appreciate you, man. Let's end it with Bionic Benny. Guy's a savage. What a story, too. I cannot wait to hear his full story. And it's Monday, man. How did your guys' Monday go? All right, I'm glad. Because it's about to go down right now. Hope you guys understand how worked up I am. I was a lot more worked up in a old school MJ way on Instagram earlier this morning. I had to fucking pull back on the saddle on the, what are those called? The reins? Woo! Because listen, I hate it when I go enjoy myself, right? When I kind of prepared not to, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what to expect going into this. Why are we even talking about this right now? Listen, we didn't even do the intro. Hold on. Time out. It's about to go down. Animal Con 2022 USA review, because this shit does not happen without an intro. Let's go.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk Podcasters?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it.
All right, here we go. Coolest reptile podcast in the world. Let's get down to business. Animal Con 2022. What was the deal? Listen, I understand people's concerns out there. Sort of. We're going to get into that right now. But I was invited to this place by somebody I highly look up to. Yeah, Brian Barczyk. At first, the only reason why I would even want to attend Animal Con, because of him. Because he invited me. And if that bothers you, you're just probably butthurt because he invited me. Ha! Whatever. I went. Okay? That being said, knowing I was going to an event for creators, more breeders or keepers, it's about creators. My boy Socrates, who I was visiting, he's into YouTube, man. Like, he's trying to get things going. His daughter really inspired to get a YouTube channel going or get things going. So I felt happy that I could bring them to this event to where, like, okay, worst case scenario, let's say I have a really bad time. I guarantee, because here, Socrates is a guy, he's going to have a good time no matter what. He's This is fucking really, he's all about having a good time and not letting anything get to him, right? So either way, I felt that I was in a good place, that I could bring my wife, who she rolled up, right? And then Socrates and his daughter, and them having a good time. Really, that's really what all that really matters to me. You know what I mean? But it was more than that. Let me just tell you, as soon as I walked in there, saw two faces I did not want to see. It was kind of like, oh shit, is this how it's going to go? Like right when I walk in, and I'm not going to say any names. We can fucking put the 2 and 2 together. It's all good. Use your head. But I saw two faces I did not want to see. So, you know, whatever. Instantly, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep walking. I don't need to say hi to them. That's the beauty about someone you don't like. You don't need to talk to them. No matter who the hell they are, nothing's saying that you need to go introduce yourself or talk to that person if you don't see eye to eye, respect them, whatever the fucking case is. So I was like, not there. Who else did I see? Noah Barchek, Jay, Brian. I started seeing the homies. I started seeing people I like, and I was like, you know, started the pressure started going down a little bit, you know. Started seeing more people. The homie Armin, Herp Time. Damn, what a player. Mason Barnes in the building. What a player. So started seeing friends, and I was like, all right, cool. This seems all right, you know. And you know, as much as people are rumoring that it was a dead crowd, listen, I moderated 3 rooms. Every room had 30 plus people in it. I have videos. I can show you all that. I'm not worried about it. So first and foremost, for anyone out there who is hearing that there was dead 18 people in a room, that's it. Bullshit. I'm calling cap right now. Okay. It wasn't sold out, but it definitely wasn't a fucking something that where nobody went. I could tell you that much. So I wanted to get that out of the way first and foremost. Okay. Just because there wasn't people taking stories and constantly posting doesn't mean that shit was not cracking. There was just a lot going on, a lot of interesting stuff going on. So let's get back to how, you know, my day started. Animal Con Saturday. Okay. So walking to the main room. The main room's big. The main room is awesome because it's very big, really big stage. And there's vendors there. I mean, I don't want to say vendors. I mean, there was people there with snakes, but they couldn't sell them. But it was awesome. Bob Vu was there. Shout out to Bob Vu. Bob Vu was in the building. Let's see. There was, you know, obviously vendors there who were like artists and stuff like that. They were selling really cool stuff. So that was neat, you know, like, you know, still having sort of the reptile vibe in the area, but not really full on, like just snakes everywhere and staring. No, I thought it was a good vibe, 110%. Okay. But 10 a.m. was my very first Q&A panel that I had to go moderate, which was in the medium room 1. And it was a packed room, you know, it was a medium-sized room, but there was, I don't know how many people, but that was probably one of the biggest. The morning one was one of the biggest, and then the main event was, but the morning one was pretty big. And man, it was awesome. You know, very, all the people who were involved in the Q&As really had good answers. They really wanted to give their 2 cents on how they felt on whatever matter it is that they brought up. And you guys know how my questions are, you know, I'm sorry I didn't record them. I think next year I'm going to be more prepared. I might record my whole. So this is, you know, understand I'm learning a lot too from these animal cons, from this animal con, because it's one thing I want to work on is my questions, right? Because you have people up here who at the end of the day, okay, and I'm talking to you, if you're salty at someone making money on YouTube, guess what? You're probably somebody who will never make money. I feel like you don't know what that's like to make money and what that is to change your life. And you know, as you dig deeper, you know, AKA Facebook, anyone talking shit lives in a basement for the most part, or just left their basement to go to McDonald's. They're just so not where life should be. You know what I'm saying? And that's why whenever you see people really bitch and bitch and bitch, man, that's just a spitting image of their life. You know why? Because I used to bitch so much. Actually, I still bitch. But listen, there's just a time and a place for certain things. And I feel like if you're in a hobby and you love something and you want change, but all you do is talk shit on a social media platform and you don't speak up, you don't at least attend these events. And I'm not just talking Animal Con. There's tons of events. There's so many events that these fucking goddamn basement dwellers, I mean, I know not all of them live in a basement. Some of them live in a fucking, you know, in a studio or something weird. But I'm just saying, a lot of these people they don't like to grow. They're not in a growth place in their life. God bless them. Probably never will be. But when you go to an event like YouTube, like Animal Con, like a YouTube creator event that's surrounding animals, yes, how many bad apples will there be there? There might be a handful. But guess what? Same shit when you go to a reptile show. And we need reptile shows. That is the unity of the outsiders and the insiders coming together. It's the same shit with Animal Con. If you out there are somebody who's breeding snakes and you want to make a fucking income off of this, and you think you don't need YouTube, you don't need these social media platforms where all these fuckers are grinding, like Miguel, myself, Matthew Summers. I mean, there's tons of other people putting fucking, I'm just naming my homies, but there's people out there who just put out a vlog and don't want nothing in return. But you know what? They're fucking doing something that they love. And some people go somewhere with it. And guess what Animal Con is? Is a bunch of people who went somewhere with this shit. So why are you mad? Why are you mad at somebody's growth? Seriously. Like, are we going to judge everyone? Like, if we're going to judge one piece of shit breeder, should we all stop breeding? Nobody should breed? Basically is what you're saying. People who are mad at reptile content basically don't want the reptile content. You vote by looking at it. Regardless if it's a thumb, you know, whatever, how do I say it? You know, it's the extremists, right? The extremist YouTubers that really want to catch your attention. You could have self-control and not click on that video. Same way you could have control and not buy an animal through a piece of shit breeder or importer. You vote with your dollar, you vote with your view, you vote with your energy. Why is it so hard just to ignore it? Seriously, think about that. Why is it so hard just to ignore it and let people do their thing? I'm not a Repticon person. I think Repticon's trash. But I know people out there who vend Repticon. Am I over here bashing them? No. You do what you want to do. People want to go to Animal Con, let them go to fucking Animal Con. If they want to watch somebody answer some questions, then let them. Why are you mad? Do your thing. You live on a farm, then go fucking farm. Go do your thing. If YouTube isn't your thing, then stop talking about it. Because what I see is a bunch of motherfuckers who wish they understood it. The vibe that I get are people who wish they could grasp this YouTube thing. Because guess what? There's so many keepers out there who are fucking really good at what they do, but they don't have the people skills. They don't have the fucking drive in here. Here, this is why I say, guess what? Yeah, you have sick animals, you breed, the animals are doing the work, motherfucker. After so many years, okay, it's systematic. Right? So it's just kind of like somebody who solely has 1 million followers on TikTok, but that's all they have. 1 million TikTok followers, and you want respect. For me, it takes a couple videos of luck to get 1 million TikTok followers or whatever the fuck. There's so many things that could happen for you to jump up in the game with that. With this other shit, with this breeding stuff, listen, it's not like that. But you got to evolve. That's the thing. These animal cons are all about evolving. Seriously. And as much as a lot of people don't want to admit it, dude, you don't have a choice. This is the fucking future. I'm not saying you have to go to Animal Con. You don't have to do shit. But you look like a fucking moron complaining and bitching about something you've never been to, something you don't want to be a part of, and you're just, man, let me throw my 2 cents. You know, and I can tell you right now, anyone bitching, anyone who's just freshly in this game, fuck all the old heads who are just fucking just tapped out, old and tired and just nonstop bitching. Fuck them. Let's talk about you fresh ones, the ones who are just within 5 years in it, like myself. If you feel like Animal Con's a waste of time, you won't be in this game. I can tell you that right now. You'll be fucking slept on if you really feel like that. I mean, not maybe in the next year or the year after, but at some point, you will be passed up. You will be fucking slept on. Mark my words. Because we are living in a weird time nowadays where we need people. People need people. We can't do this by ourselves. I had a mentality where I just was like, fuck everybody. I want to do this on my own. I can't. That's impossible. I need support. I need good energy. I need love. You need the same thing. Okay? This Animal Con, all I saw was people meeting people. Connections. Why do you think I preach about reptile shows so much? It's about the connections. I forgot I had my drink. Sorry. Hope you guys I hope I'm not rambling. I have so much I still need to talk about. I'm just making sure it's not coming all out at once. How about we take it's been 20 minutes? Damn. Who's here right now? I just want to say, does anybody in here have any comments or anything that they want to say, and I'll get to it after I get done with this next point, but what does anybody have to say as far as them thinking about AnimalCon being the future, networking being the future? Okay. So getting back to what I was saying, reptile shows. Think about how much is at risk at reptile shows. And this is nothing to scare people at reptile shows, but here we are connecting with people, networking with people where the animals are on the lower side of things and it's more of meeting people. Well, guess what? There's a lot less risk involved when it comes to events like that. Not only that, think about you being a vendor who never really has time. Okay? I know so many vendors out there that just vend. It's just fucking nonstop. But there's vendors out there that do take YouTube really serious. I know a couple. So imagine if you had an event where you don't need to worry about being behind a table. You don't need to worry about selling. It's all about networking. That's a whole other game. Like this is, think about it. Reptile game started where, you know, it was all fuck their network. Who has snakes? It was such a rare thing back in the day. And that's why it was so cool if you had certain snakes, because how did you get that? All type of thing. Well, guess what? Everybody has everything now. It's over. Everybody has everything now. There's no more fucking, and you know what? I used to get things because I thought, oh, no one's going to get this. And guess what? Mason Barnes got it. That type of shit. So it's not about that. It's about progressing in it. You know, like one thing that I'm happy that's ending, I feel like more and more, is hoarding information, not letting people know what happened or, you know, what they can do so they don't run into this situation. One of the biggest like no-nos when I first came in this was like, don't fucking talk about like the deaths, you know, like don't like, oh, nobody can know that, which the fuck that's going to happen. Why not share it? I mean, obviously don't get too deep into it, depending who you're talking to, which by the way, I think it was the second Q&A. I got deep into the death. Woo! Sorry, Ruby, Zoo girl, Ruby. There was one girl who got really kind of like, oh my God. Anyways. What was I saying? But anyways, yeah, just going back to things here. I mean, because guys, I'm in this for the long run. I'm not in this for like, it's like, I don't know when I'm getting out, but I know for sure I'm not getting out anytime soon, right? But I just know that everything I look at, everything I experience is something that I see myself wanting to do years down the road. But obviously change is always around the corner. And I feel like this AnimalCon thing is the very first big piece of change when it comes to any sort of reptile events. Because how many people out there, obviously I can't get an answer out loud, but how many people out there started YouTube a long time ago? How many people out there have been in this game pre-2016 and had a YouTube channel and was posting shit? And then for whatever reason, 2018 or before now, you stopped. You stopped, but you saw a lot of people just starting and blowing up. Well, guess what? That's not going to end. If you are just now getting into this and you started a YouTube channel in 2019 and then you stopped, if you don't fucking get going right now, you're shooting yourself in the foot. There's a reason why YouTube is so difficult. Okay? But it's not impossible to figure out. It just takes work. It takes a lot of work. Like as much as I always acted like I didn't care, or, you know, I don't care about how much effort I get or how much effort I put in as far as how many subscribers I retain. That's a lie. I do care. I used to really act like I didn't give a shit, but I do, because everything I do from this channel, everything I do weekly, week in, week out, takes a lot of my energy, but it's something I'm willing to invest because how much I love doing this. So that being said, I will always speak up on something I feel that's going to better this hobby as a whole. Because in a world like today, when there's so many pieces of shit, think about how many pieces of shits are out there in this world, not just the reptile world, like just all together. I've never wanted to be so different my entire life. Like, I know a lot of people I'm friends with aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. God damn it. But what I mean about the friends I'm friends with, like, they're not perfect in a game like the reptile game, and they have done stuff, which we've all done stuff. But You got to understand the people who motivate you. You got to understand the people who inspire you. The people that give you that drive, no matter what anyone else says to you, those are the people you keep around you. God forbid they don't fuck you over. You got to be taken care of. You got to look for the red flags, just like anything else. You can't be naive with shit like this. But what I'm saying is I'm so blessed, so happy to have the friends that I have in this industry. And nobody's going to cloud my judgment from that, because I'm my own man, like fucking, how many people badmouth me, and then like people met me and like, wow, I didn't know I thought you were completely different, that's how many times has that happened to you? So think about these fucking basement dwellers who are always ready to comment when they see a Barcheck photo or they see a Jay Brewer photo, which I understand. Listen, something about Jay, the guy couldn't stare me in the face for longer than 2.3 seconds. It was, he didn't want to look at me. It's fine. Still said hi. It was cordial. But with all due respect, he looks tired. The man looks tired. Barcheck, smile ear to ear, energy to the fucking roof, all over the place. Jay looked tired. Can only mean one thing. He's getting tired. And that's what's happening. A lot of these older guys, a lot of these people with bad fucking just, I don't want to say morals, but people just don't care as much. They're tired. And he was surrounded by a bunch of young YouTube creators who were just fucking just blowing shit, out of the water, just killing it. But I don't want to say I felt bad for the guy or like, but at the end of the day, my energy towards talking bad to him or anything like that is just, those are done. I mean, he's tired. I wish him the best. He still looked up, people still look up to him a lot, and I respect that. I'll never forget who he was to me when I first came into this game. But I'll never forget what he did to me, like as far as how I look at these animals now, how I look at retics now, how I look at over holding back, like, hoarding. Learn to let go of things. You don't need it, that type of shit. So I'm very thankful for stuff like that, really am. But I want to talk about a bigger note. I want to talk about the biggest thing that I took away from Animal Con, and it made me emotional. Was it the microdose? I don't know. Listen, by the way, Animal Con has a resort right in front of it, Caribe Royale. They have a fucking sick-ass pool with a waterfall. There's a slide, a pull-up bar. I'm just saying, I had a backup plan the entire time. If I was not feeling anything, I was going to just exit and go kick it there the entire day. And I didn't go there till the very end. So just want to say there's a lot of activities in the, and hopefully Animal Con's there next year, but a lot of things you could do. And the slide was fun. But anyways, going back. So, man, if you guys know me, like if you out there, I mean, there's 100 people in the building. By the way, shout out to all the 100 people in the building. If you're just now tapping in, we're only 28 minutes into this. We're about to go deep. So can you get the likes up for your boy here? I appreciate it. Get the likes up. Also, I just want to say shout out to anyone who supports US ARC. US ARC was also in the building. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Phil Goss. I love Vanessa. Vanessa's so awesome. Vanessa, I hope every reptile event I go to, you're there. A, because I like it when you yell and give me shit across the room. But B, you're just an awesome girl. You're awesome. Love being around you. Cannot wait to see you in Arlington. And yeah, thank you so much, Vanessa and Phil Goss. But man, I got emotional, guys. Like I really, really, really got emotional. Like a couple times. I even like kind of got emotional talking to my boy Sock and talking to Brian Cusco, who had to calm me down a little bit. Because if you guys saw my story, by the way, follow me on Instagram. I almost went full MJ. I just worked up because of this moment I'm about to talk about right now. You're going to wonder, right now you're going to hear why did MJ get so worked up early on Instagram? You're going to hear it. Okay. First thing I noticed, was it the first? No, I think it was the second. It was the second Q&A panel that I did. First one had majority adults. Second one had a lot of kids. There was kids in the building. And I was like, wow, kids, and I was thinking, I was like, hello, why wouldn't kids be here? Kids equals YouTube. Kids equal, listen to this, kids equal YouTube. Okay. So I was like, holy shit, there's some kids in here. Then we go to the main event. By the way, great times. I killed that shit. If you saw me, I killed that shit. But the main event Q&A panel in the main building, or the main stage. I get there, I get going, I look up, and I see the first 3 rows full of kids. Okay, and keep in mind, you know, Jay's on that panel, so I do have questions ready to rock, let's just say, you know, but my energy shifted, man. When I saw those kids, last thing I wanted to be was negative. The last thing I wanted to be on that stage was to come off bitter, upset, negative, anything, because I don't know how many fucking kids looking at me, okay? And that did something to me. Because at the end of the day, we get so caught up about people who've done what, right? So such and such, fuck, he's a piece of shit. Why has he been a breeder for this long? He's still here. Well, guess who's not here, but it's about to be here? The fucking kids. This shit is all about the fucking kids. That's our future right there. Okay? So what I'm saying is, some of these kids got to hear me speak. I don't know how many went to my YouTube channel. God bless them. I hope they didn't. But some of these kids got to hear me speak. How many will go next year and remember me? I don't know. What about the next year after that? Or the year after that? Or the year after that? These fucking kids are going to become adults. Hello? Our fucking future are at these goddamn shows. It's up to us. Nobody else. You want to have a safety net for your fucking future? Go take care of the kids. Make an impression on the fucking kids. And if you don't, let the people who want to do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you right now, I saw kids in line getting autographs, their face lit up. God bless them. We're having such a great time. Ari, you know, my little niece I was talking about, taking her to meet Brian Barczyk, meeting Tarzan again, all these people, just seeing her face really made me light up and made me realize it's about us, but it's not really about us. What we do matters for the fucking future. That's what it comes down to. So fuck your feelings about how you feel about so-and-so on the panel. Get over it. That kid's there to see it. So fuck you. How about that? That's why I get upset. Don't fucking come through a kid's fucking way of having fun or having a good time. How dare you? Not everyone. I mean, I don't know how many things I must have been into as a kid that where maybe my mom maybe wasn't a fan of, but my dad let me do it because he knew it made me happy. Maybe some things he shouldn't have, but let a fucking kid be a kid. And guess what? Take care of that kid. Why don't you do something to make a fucking impact for a kid who's going to eventually become an adult, could potentially become your future customer, a future subscriber, future supporter. This is going back to what I was saying. We need it. We need each other. I don't give a fuck what you say. People need people. And I'm so happy I could accept that now, because I used to, man. I used to try to act so fucking cool, man, on how like I don't need people. And it's all fake. And I pride on not being fake. But when I used to act like I didn't want people's support, when I used to act like fuck everyone, I could do this on my own, I was literally screaming inside that I need help. And that's the fact. I can't do this alone. And I own that. I own the shit out of that. But you need to own it too. And I'm not talking about the fucking person with 2 spiders and a ball python in the basement who just isn't. I'm talking about the people who want to make a living off of this. The people who are sick of their fucking day jobs. The ones who are asking a way out. The ones who want to fucking work for themselves. I'm talking to you. Don't let these other assholes get in your fucking head about how Animal Con and YouTube isn't the answer, because those motherfuckers are always going to be making a 9-to-5 check, or maybe no check, maybe welfare. They ain't going to be collecting our kind of check. Okay? Understand there's levels to this shit. People making money don't talk shit about other people making money. We're just making money. And you know what? This goes back to responsible content being put out. You can't. Responsible breeders should be responsible breeders. How can we stop? How can we keep breeders from being piece of shit breeders? We can't. All people can do is expose themselves. It's the same shit with these people making content that is not positive. Like, These fuckers, these Python, people going in or doing like whatever fucked up shit, cooking iguanas, like all that raw shit, or just even the shit like, that's just uncalled for. Dude, you vote by watching that shit. You don't have to. It's like a percentage of stuff that's out there. But my biggest thing is, if you really want to make an impact, then why don't you make an impact by either A, putting out YouTube content, B, going to an animal con and fucking saying questions. Hey, can I have a question at the Q&A? Like really speaking your mind. Shit, there's been people out there bitching about other people for so long. They've never been to a show. They never want to confront their problems. Dude, if it's one thing I'm happy about that I do in my life, I confront my problems. I don't hold on to problems. Oh, too, motherfucker. If I got a problem with you out there, I come straight to you because I can't hold it in. It's just like, it kills me inside. Like and I'm glad, because I can't imagine someone who lives like that, who just has something they want to say and they go, oh, can't say it. I'm worried. Fuck that. You speak your goddamn mind. This is America. You speak up. I'm going to smoke this bowl. Who's here in the building? What's going on? I hope everyone's here having a good time. I'm not done yet. We're still going to talk more. Dude, all right. I want to talk about one of my favorite YouTubers. This guy was so cool. The homie Mikey. Hold on. The homie Mikey. Ants Canada. Dude, check him out on YouTube. Wow. Let me get a hold of myself real quick. Hold on. Okay. I'm glad you mentioned him, Josh, because the YouTube creator world is so big and it's so awesome. I don't think you guys understand how many neat people are out there who make really cool animal content. Mikey, is it Ants Canada? I just want to make sure I had it. Mikey from Ants Canada. This guy's YouTube channel is big, really big on YouTube, but it's all passionate about ants. Dude, I forgot how much I love ants. I fucking love ants. And this guy, Mikey, killing it in the ant game. So I was like, dude, this is awesome. I just met somebody literally make a living off this fucking with ants. Ants are free, right? You could go ants in your yard. This fool made it happen. So it just makes me think, like, doesn't matter what you do, man. If you just do it, things will happen to your life. Motion creates emotion, okay? Once you start moving, things happen. You start feeling better. I get in these fucking goddamn motivational YouTube, I do my affirmations, and then while I do my push-ups and stuff like that, I listen to Joe Rogan and I can't even think of them. I'm super high right now. But anyways, I just listen to some motivational people talk. And one of the biggest things that I always hear from, Joe Rogan, let's say, is like how momentum is so hard to break. And that's all because based off how, like, us humans get caught into a momentum that becomes really hard to break. And that's either good momentum or bad momentum. But the hardest ones to break for sure is the bad momentum, because you get stuck in these ways. And the hardest thing about being a human is you listening to your own thoughts. I can tell you that right now. Sometimes I really talk to myself a lot. I don't know if you do out there, but I tell myself I don't need to do things a lot sometimes. And it's so easy to give into that. Like, it's so easy to tell yourself you don't need to do something and then don't do it. But that becomes a habit, and that becomes a pattern, and that shit becomes deadly to what you have with goals. I mean, at the end of the day, you need good momentum, not bad momentum. So you have to just do something. And even here's the thing, man. I'm going to be real with you guys right now. I will say this guy's name because I'm like 50-50 with this guy. I respect him because who I met him through. I respect him because his projects. I respect him because I listen to his rants. I'm not going to, I mean, some of his stuff does connect to me. Like how I see things, I go, wow, he has a point. But he never does anything about it. When you have amount of respect like some people do, and all you choose is not to fucking do something about how you feel, here's the thing. He has other people that back him up. He has a lot of the. Should I just say his name? Rodney. His name's Rodney. Super dwarf breeder. Rodney. Guy always goes in on people, bro. But it's always through Facebook. I've invited this guy on the show a handful of times. He never wants to come on the show. And that just, I mean, I know it's easy to unfollow someone or, unfriend them. But I feel like this guy could have really good points if he would just come to the fucking platform and speak. But if you don't want to, then shut the fuck up. Stop. Going nowhere with your shit. I don't understand why people want to talk so much with a keyboard. But when it comes to coming to the surface, speak how you want to speak. Like, let's hear it from your mouth. They don't want to come. I don't want to say I kindly invited people to come on the show who was against Animal Con, but I did say on my stories, if anyone out there is against Animal Con and has a legit reason behind why it's a bad thing, then please come on my show. Maybe I said a little bit more aggressive than that, but still, nobody fucking hit me up. And I know a lot of people who are fucking net banging on Facebook saw my stories. So I just want to say shout out to anyone who feels a certain way, actually speaks on it like how you should, and not through a keyboard, because at the end of the day, here's the one thing I hate about people who like to talk on a keyboard. They have insults. They like to insult, One guy on Facebook said, "Oh, I can't stare at this panel. Unless my eyes are bleached. I got to bleach my eyes." Motherfucker, you know what you look like? You know what we have to go through when we look at your picture? Have you ever thought of that? Shave your face. You have fucking dreads on your face. It's funny how people just love to talk, but don't even go look in the mirror. Like, wow. And that's Facebook for it. Dude, talk about Facebook in a nutshell. Oh, my God. Fuck, man. Shout out to Brett Bender, Benny Bender. He deleted his Facebook today. Sorry, Benny, if nobody was supposed to know that, but I said it. Shout out to Benny for deleting his Facebook. I wouldn't delete my Facebook because I still need to talk to Ed Marino. Oh my God, guys. How do we feel right now? I mean, listen, can we get some feedback in the comments in the live chats? How do we feel right now? Am I accurate? Is MJ on one? Do I need to stop drinking Bloody Marys? Like, what's like, how we feel and why we do that? I got a couple super chats. Guys, don't be shy with the super chats now. I have a lot of work to do and I'm here instead. Just so you guys know. I'm just kidding. Ricky Bobby. Shout out to my boy, Ricky Bobby, SRT in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day too. Thank you so much for your support. And I just want to say hi to Antoine. Antoine Hood. Probably the funniest guy in the reptile hobby, I would say. I don't think I laugh as much as I do around anyone else besides Antoine Hood. What a guy. All right. But guys, anyways, we're not done yet. I'm taking a breather here, and I want to just go ahead and shout out any super chats here in a second. Let me read this real quick. I love my day job. I'm a researcher. I'm involved with reptiles because I want to help develop and enrich community. I fight and do both. I love that. Listen, why don't we talk more about my final Q&A panel on the main stage? I thought Kevin McCurley was going to be on that for some reason, but he wasn't. Probably a good thing. I had one question. I feel like that was, honestly, I think I could have done better for sure. I don't want to say every question I asked was a fucking home run. I do feel like my last one was the best because I got good answers from almost everyone but one person. But by the way, Brian, I think we should do an hour next year. I think 45 minutes is too less. We need to do an hour, maybe longer Q&As and less Q&A panels. Just you asked for open suggestions and just thought I'd say that. I'll call you and tell you about it. But anyways. All right. So the main event Q&A, my last question that I felt that was most powerful. Okay. Keep in mind, guys. Okay. This Q&A that I was moderating, the last one, the topic, top creator. Barchek was on there. The real Tarzan was on there. That Mikey Ants Canada was on there. Shout out to Mikey. Jay Brewer was on there. another guy, Jacob Fuller, or maybe saying his name wrong. Probably a couple other guys. Like one was a fishing guy. Another guy was kind of gothic, and I don't really forgot what he, but basically all of them were there. And my question that I had, and I meant this with everything I had inside me, was if it's one thing that I know where I come from, meaning in my world, because I try to let people know this isn't my world, just so you know, like you guys invited me into here and hi, thank you. But where I come from, my respects go like this. Top creator, second, top animal keeper, number one. I respect a top animal keeper, somebody who takes care of their animals, evolves by their animals, puts everything in front, puts everything behind their animals besides their family, and take care of what's important. That's the animal, because everything we do, as far as what this involves, wraps around the animals. It's about the animals, okay? So, I respect the shit out of a top animal keeper over a top creator. What are you doing to be both? Because every single one of those person, except for the fishermen, work with animals, okay? And by the way, if I would have thought about that, I would have kind of had a different question for the fisherman. But he had fish, so he could have talked. He talked on it too, actually. A lot of answers I heard, which I loved, was, I do what I can to evolve. I want to either get, different caging if I can, or learn more about the animal. Every time I kept hearing evolving and learning, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And one guy just said, hey, I got 25 employees. It's up to them. That was it. You could guess who answered that. No, it wasn't Barchuk. Barchuk had an amazing answer. But that's it. No responsibility, no ownership, no. So how are you going to rep a brand? Like, how are you going to say I am an animal guy, but my animals I don't look after? Sorry. Not my responsibility. Oh, what did you see at my store? Ooh, yikes. Not my responsibility. I know it says my name here, but not my responsibility. Nah, sorry. It doesn't work like that. And I think he gets that. Because I'm pretty sure that question eat him up alive. You can't use traveling as an excuse. You can't use any of that shit. You can't use being a celebrity as fucking nothing. I will say fuck being a celebrity and stay taking care of my animals. And if I don't, then then they're not my animals. I don't know, but something needs to change at some point. But when you're around somebody who won't take ownership like that, then that just says everything you need to know. Plain and simple. So this is why I feel like Animal Con, USA events are going to be very important. It's going to be meant to expose the good and the bad. But that's everything in life, people. The good and the bad. Go experience it for yourself. I'm serious. And you know what? I'm calling it right now. Glad this is recording. That whole fucking, the big reptile family, the big reptile show family, the people who like to go to the NARBCs, the people who like to go to the reptile super shows. Oh, you'll be going to Animal Con. Maybe not next year. Maybe not even the next year after that. But for sure, I will see your ass at Animal Con. And yeah, let's get high. Let's have a good time. Not around kids, obviously. Be respectful, goddammit. But at the end of the day, guys, dude, meeting people feels good. I'm telling you right now, you never know who you're gonna fucking meet. Why would you want to stop yourself from that? Because of someone else's judgment when they don't want to leave their house. And again, this is for people who want to grow. This is for people out there that want to do something. This isn't for fucking the guy who's been in this since for 2015 and can't produce anything else but bells. I'm not talking about that guy. That's them. I'm talking about the people like myself. I want to go somewhere in this shit. I don't know about you. Fuck. I'm trying to that's it. And no, Khalil, 514 Reptiles, love the guy. Animal Con did not sponsor this podcast at all. Just so you guys know. I love Khalil. I'm going to take a couple questions. Again, if anybody has questions, I have one wrap up topic I'm going to talk about here in just a second. So if anybody has anything, listen, this is your time. If you have a question, anything you want to say, you could more likely you'd say it right now. I don't give a fuck. You know, I would love to hear anyone's feedback. But I will be ending this in about the next 10, 15-ish minutes. And going to be tapping over to my Zoom call with all my Patreon members. So again, shout out to my Patreon members. Love you guys. I'll see you guys here after this podcast. If you want to tap into the Zoom call, if you want to be a part of this growth, if you want to be a part of this fucking goddamn movement, because this shit's a movement. Oh, there's big changes coming to this channel, and it's going to be coming in heavy. So by the way, if you want to be tapped into that, and you want to meet all the trappers, be a part of the Discord, and just grow with them. If you want to support me, if you want this to keep going, go down to the link and join the Trap Talk Patreon family. And then as soon as you join the family, you get the link to the Zoom sessions and whatnot, and even to the Discord, and then it's fucking game time, okay? So I cannot wait to tap in with all my trappers here in just a second. And again, get those likes up, please. If you're just now tapping in, let's get the likes up. And yeah, okay. Let's see, what is good? Are you coming to Arlington next month? GSJ? Bro, this guy right here has heat. Please go give him a follow right now. Flex in Texas. Has serious chondro heat. And yes, I will be at Arlington. Arlington's going down. Are you going to go to Arlington out there? Let me know if you're going to Arlington. Drop a comment. It's going to be awesome. Big things popping. Oh, let's see. How's the GTP baby? Solid now. This is the first live I've been able to catch. What's up, Alex? Just got home. Just fed both of them. I don't know if you guys don't know this, but the third one, MJ's 2202 ended up passing away in the freezer. Yeah, didn't make it, unfortunately. The guy never shed, the snake never shed, never ate on its own, unfortunately. Didn't have any really good bowel movements, so RIP. And then unfortunately, MJ2203 prolapsed. And yeah, today I just fed him for the first time in 3 weeks. Got the prolapse back in, obviously, but we'll see what happens. Now, MJ2201 killing the game. Beastie. I'll take one. Fuck it. If anybody knows out there with chondros, you'll take one all day, every day. So I don't want to rule out MJ2202 or 03. I'm sorry. I don't know what, it's all going to see what goes down when he passes through this pinky head I just fed him. But we'll see. We'll see. Ready for Tinley? Woo! I don't know. Are you ready for Tinley is the question. Just talked to Bob Ashley at the show, locked in my rooms for Tinley. It's going to be awesome. I will be at Tinley. I have a really big podcast too. Guys, I just want to let you know, moving forward, Trap Talk with MJ will be going down as long as Banana Bars is still there, that famous bar at the Tinley show. In the lobby, Trap Talk's going down Friday. Make sure you're ready for that. Shit's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for Tinley. That's for damn sure. How's the emerald breeding going? Shit, it's not. So I did pair Bobby Digital up to Queen Bee, and he got next to her, and that was it, But at the end of the day, it's not ready. Shout out to Dr. Warren Booth, but Warren Booth was like, get that male out of there. Stop being excited and just wait. Wait till October. October's our weather change here. End of October, November. So I will let you know, Sunshine States, in about a few months and see what happens. Follow me on Instagram, and yeah, we'll see what goes down, man. We'll see. Let's see who else is here. What's the best show for me to travel from Australia to US? What's up, Player Lizard Morphs? I don't know, man. I mean, for you, you're a lizard guy. Tinley for sure. You're not going to go wrong going to a show like Tinley. Tinley always hits it out of the park. But you have other people that talk otherwise about Daytona. I've never been to Daytona. I'm going to Daytona next year. Nothing's going to stop me from going to Daytona next year. Knock on wood. Jeez. But I don't know, man. I mean, if I don't want to be biased, but the Reptile Super Shows are popping, bro. And nothing's better than Cali. I'm just saying, come to Southern Cali. You're going to have the best food. You're going to have the best weather. You're going to have a really good time if you come to Southern Cali. But if you've already been to Southern Cali, then I would just say just go to Tinley, bro. You're not going to go wrong at a show like Tinley. Tinley's where it's at, and that's a fact. So Okay, guys. So listen, I'm going to wrap things up here in just a second. I want to say, first and foremost, thank you for spending your time with me. And like I said, I mean, your energy means just as much because you're taking energy out of your day to watch me. And I want to say thank you for that. And just, if I ever come across like I'm offending anyone, whatever. It is what it is. I'm speaking from the heart. And I'm not going to lie, man. Anyone that I saw really hating on Animal Con, literally, and it was a lot. That's the thing. Like, I couldn't even really, there's a lot of fucking haters. Like, a lot of people pressing Animal Con. But all I got to say is, you're going to be at where you're at right now in the next few years, even more down the road. And I will not see you at the top. I'll see you at the top. But those people, I will not see at the top. Plain and simple. My Patreon members, I will see you guys after this episode. I want to say first and foremost, Thursday night's going to go down, okay? Because guess what? This was just my one-on-one with you guys. Solo dolo review on Animal Con, okay? I got to vent. But guess what? This Thursday night, it is happening again. But I won't be alone. That's for damn sure. We have my boy Chris Eaton. Oh, yeah, it's that time of the month, baby. Nobody is safe session going down with Chris Eaton. And I'm not even going to tell you who the special guest is. We're going to keep it a secret. Secret guest this Thursday night with me and Chris Eaton. We're going to talk more about Animal Con, but we're going to talk about a bunch of other things too. Okay, it's going to go down. So make sure you guys are ready for that. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then also a couple quick plugs, okay? As you guys know, I travel a lot. Once a month, I like to remotely do a podcast at other people's facilities. So that being said, I have another YouTube channel. I highly suggest you go check it out. If you go to the search bar here and you type in the Snake Trap Sessions blogs. Okay, so sorry about that. So Snake Trap Sessions blogs. You're going to see my actual blog channel here. So go ahead and click that. Hit that subscribe button. That way you're on top of every single vlog. As you can see, I had Will Moros from RCR, Christian from Morph Endorphins, Billy Rose, hang out with the legends at Canova. And then I'm about to put out Joey from, the Chondro Kids, a brand new facility room tour about to go down. So all this stuff's about to hit my channel here soon. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're not sleeping on any of my vlogs, okay? And then also, if you want to be on top of my Trap Talk with MJ clips, you're going to be able to see past guests I've had on and really surrounding the best topics that I've had with each one of these guests. So I highly suggest you head over to this channel as well, Trap Talk with MJ podcast clips, and you subscribe to this channel. That way you can stay on top of all my past guests, and you might even catch something you never even caught before. So either way, I appreciate all the love and support. And then last but not least, make sure you head over to Instagram. If you don't follow me already, I highly suggest you do, because that's where I share a lot of my passion with my animals. I like to show all the projects I'm working with. And I'm just really about this shit, man. As you guys can see right here, I am not fucking around. And all my ball python stuff is yet to come. I have eight clutches in the incubator, and I think about 12 clutches to come. So a lot of ball python heat to come. So make sure you go give me a follow right now on Instagram. And yeah, I appreciate all the love and support. And guys, that's all we have for this. Okay. I appreciate you letting me vent. I was going to do it anyways, but shit, we had over 100 people tapping in. God damn it. I appreciate the support. Make sure you hit that like button before you dismiss yourself and before you dip out, and be ready this Thursday night, because it is going to go down with my boy Chris Eaton from Snakes and the Fat Man and the special guest. Who is it? I'll tell my Patreon members. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go down. You get a part. Dude, you get tapped into VIP shit, behind the scene, exclusive content with my Patreon page. Go down to the link. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. And my Patreon members, I'll see you at the Zoom call. You know where the link's at. I'll tap in just a minute. Guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. And again, it's your boy signing out. I appreciate all the love and support. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you Thursday night. I'm out.